This is the AI Music Revolution, brought to you by JG BeatsLab. JG BeatsLab is a methodology company for serious musicians working with AI tools. Not tips, not hacks, a complete system for getting consistent professional output from platforms like Suno and Murica. We call it the unlocked system. The framing is simple. You can be a vending machine operator, pressing buttons and accepting whatever the AI gives you back, or you can be a director, understanding the platforms well enough to get exactly what you want from them. Lane 2 work, human-authored, AI-assisted music creation. That's what this show is built on. Here's today's episode. Hello and welcome to the AI Music Revolution. I'm your host, Josh Gilliland, and right on cue, my neighbor is running his weed whacker, so you may hear a little bit of that in the background. So this episode is going to be a little different than the others, and what I'm doing here is actually taking the 3 initial YouTube videos that I've loaded on our YouTube channel, and I'm sharing the audio only for those videos here. It's like 17 minutes of content. I try to keep the YouTube videos right around 5-6 minutes each. And like I said, there's 3 of them. And so this will be 3 audio episodes back to back here for this podcast. And then moving forward, my plan is to closely sync the YouTube videos with the podcast, probably actually just use the audio from the YouTube videos for the podcast to cover the same topics and, save a little bit of time in the process and give your content the way that you want to get it, if you prefer the audio only or the visuals as well. So thank you for listening. Like I said, this will be 3 recordings here, so enjoy. Hi, this is Josh from JG BeatsLab. I've released 200 plus AI songs, and here's what I've learned. Now, I've released these songs not as a hobby, but actually as a professional. I'm a musician. I play the drums. I'm a tech guy as well. I run a music label. I've written 5 books on this subject. I've built a business around it. So I want to share some of these lessons with you. So that's what this video is all about. So let's go through these one by one. Lesson 1, the tool is not the talent. So when I first started experimenting with Suno, I thought Suno did all the work. I would just hammer in a prompt, press generate, and magic would happen. And I was wrong. My first 50 songs sounded like garbage. They sounded like AI slop. They sounded like everybody else's generic songs. So the shift for me was I stopped prompting and I really started directing. What am I trying to accomplish with this song, with this piece of music, with this art? And so I really got beyond just being a prompt engineer and became a producer, a director of this music. Suno is an instrument, and if you don't know how to play it, you end up getting noise. And so I really wanted to spend time honing in the craft of creating music with Suno. So it's not magic. It's not a magic box. Lesson 2, most people end up quitting at the wrong time. So they get into it, they realize that the learning curve is real. They generate 10 tracks and they get frustrated and leave because it's 10 generic sounding tracks. The magic really, for me, doesn't happen until generation 50 or 100 of a track. And that's when you really start to develop your ear. And iterating on this, changing the prompts, tweaking here. That iteration is what is important. And it's the name of the game. So that's an important lesson as well. Lesson 3, post-production. There's one thing that separates the amateurs from the professionals. It's post-production. So what comes out of Suno is raw material. It's not a finished song. The levels are inconsistent. The dynamics across the song are flat. There's synthetic sheen. It's really good raw material. This is where professional mastering comes in. This is where, you really get into editing the sound of that, polishing the sound of the song to bring it to a level that is worthy of being released across the streaming platforms or shared with your friends and family. And so it's that mastering that really makes it sound truly professional. And this is where the real work is in that post-processing. So for me, I master every single track that I release. I use Reaper as my DAW of choice. But before it goes anywhere, I do that mastering because it is what's important, and it's what really separates the amateur from the professional. Okay, lesson four, let's talk about this one, transparency. So the world of AI music is littered with all kinds of legal opinions, and it's evolving quickly. By the time this video gets loaded on YouTube, the laws will probably have changed. And so what I find is that transparency is your strongest legal position when you are creating AI music. Don't hide that you're creating this music with AI, ever. The people that are hiding this they're building on sand. For me, I disclose every registration, every submission. It's never hurt me. And quite frankly, I feel like it's protected me. And I know if you're submitting to playlists because you want to get your songs on playlists out there to get some additional listeners and grow some fan base, the curators respect honesty. And there's a lot of tools out there now to help detect if a song is AI or not. And they're getting better and better. They do catch the liars. So just be honest. Yeah, this is AI contributed to the production of this song, and be proud of that. Lesson 4. This is a real business if you treat it like one. For me, 200 plus songs, 5 published books. The library membership for JG BeatsLab is closing in on 100 now. Hopefully by the time this video goes out, we'll probably be north of 100. We've launched a mastering service as well. So revenue is growing every month here at JG BeatsLab. And none of this happened because, I had a better prompt. It happened for the simple reason that I've treated this like a craft, because that's what it is. It demands your time, it demands your accountability, and it demands your professionalism. And if you treat it like that, sky's the limit. There is no ceiling at what can be accomplished here. So if you're just starting with AI music, or if you've been at it for a while and you're stuck, this channel is for you. I'm going to share everything that I know, that I learn along the way with you. I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can. So please, please, please subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Hi, this is Josh from JG BeatsLab, the home of the AI music revolution. There is a war happening in AI music right now. And this war is based on a lie. And I'm going to talk to you all about that lie in this video. And this lie is a broad brush stroke of AI music. That lie is, all AI music is the same thing. All AI music creators are the same beast. And I'm here to tell you the difference, because it is not true. There are 2 lanes when it comes to AI music. Let's talk about lane 1 for a moment. This is the spam and fraud lane. These are the bot farms that are creating just hundreds and hundreds of AI-driven tracks to just flood the streaming platforms. These songs aren't even being listened to by the authors. They're just being created and sent out, thrown on a playlist with botted streams, trying to drive a buck from revenue, from the streaming revenue. No human input. These are fake artists names. They're simply gaming the algorithm. That's lane one. That's not me. That's not JG BeatsLab. And that's not you if you're watching this video. We operate in a completely different lane. We operate in lane two. This is human authored, AI assisted production. Real lyrics, real musical intent, real musical direction. Post-production, we get the music created from the tool. We then do all that post-production to really bring it to the top level and ready for consumption. We do all the proper registrations along the way as well. This is music that we are proud of operating in lane two. Music that we have created and we are proud of, that sounds great. It's music that we spent our endless amount of time learning how to hone the craft, spending time generation after generation after generation to try to get that sound, to get that song exactly the way that it was envisioned in your mind. It's taking that song afterwards and doing all that post-production to make sure that the drum sounds come through and they pop the way that you want them to. And the vocals lay on top of the guitars the way that you envisioned. This is music that we are proud of. This is lane two. Quick break in the episode. If what you're hearing today is connecting with you, the place to start is the minimum starter kit. 3 books, $27. Make it, release it, promote it. The first book is Unlock Suno, the complete guide. This is the methodology for getting consistent, professional output from Suno. The Suno stack mental mode, persona work, style box weighting, the director's cut workflow. The second book is Unlock Music Rights and Registration, royalty collection, copyright protection, ASCAP, MLC, Sound Exchange, DistroKid, and the disclosure landscape we're now operating in. Everything you need to actually get paid for the music you're releasing. The third book is Unlock Music Promotion, how to get heard once your music is out there. Playlist pitching, audience building, the platforms that move the needle and the ones that don't. Make it, release it, promote it. $27 at jgbeatslab.com/store. Back to the episode. Lane one and lane two are not the same thing. But industry sure does treat them like they are, don't they? So why? Why does the confusion exist? Well, to be blunt, it benefits the gatekeepers. If lane two creators like you and I, if lane two creators like those that we teach at JG BeatsLab, if they feel guilty, they stay quiet. The major labels, by the way, are using AI also. They just have better lawyers. So the real music crowd, they don't distinguish between spam and craft because nuance doesn't fit in a social media post. But we know the difference. We know the difference. We know that we operate in lane two. So what? What damage does this cause anyway? Well, lane two creators hide. That's what happens. Lane two creators hide. They feel shame. They don't register their work. They don't promote it. They don't push it out on social media. They don't share it with their friends. That's the paralyzed creator. Someone with talent and intent who's been told they are cheating. Meanwhile, you have these lane one spammers out there. They don't care about the debate. They're not watching this video. They're uploading their 500th track of the day. And they're hitting it with all of their bot farms on their playlist. So what do we do about that as lane two operators? What do we do? How do we explain this? Well, first thing we do, name it. Say it out loud. I am a lane two creator. I produce music using AI as one of my tools. Be transparent about it. Be proud. Transparency, that's your legal shield and also your competitive advantage. Build a body of work that speaks for itself. When your song moves somebody, I promise you, they will not care what tool you use to create it. They will just be thankful that you created that art and they were fortunate enough to consume it. So if you are in lane 2, which I promise you are if you're watching this video, you're writing your own lyrics, you're directing the production, you've really honed in the craft of AI music creation and production. You've put your heart and soul into this. You are not the problem. Don't let the industry tell you you are. Don't let the trolls on the internet tell you you are. You are actually the future of music. Stop apologizing for it. Embrace it. Thank you, and look forward to talking to you in the next video. Hi, this is Josh from JG BeatsLab. If you're making music with AI, some people are going to hate you for it. They're going to be loud and they're going to be obnoxious about it as well. Good. Let them. And let me tell you why this is actually the best sign that you could ask for. The hate on AI music is predictable. Every single time, new technology disrupts music, the same thing happens. The electric guitars, they were going to kill music. Synthesizers, going to kill music. Drum machines, those 808s, going to kill music. Auto-tune, what? People who can't even sing now sound good? It's going to kill music. Digital recording, bedroom studios, all of this, it's going to kill music. And guess what? Music is still here. But the gatekeepers who fought the changes are not. You're living through the same cycle right now. The hate is not new. This is the script. So who is doing the hating? It's not your audience. Those listening to your music, they don't care what tools you used. They care how the song makes them feel. Did you move them through your art? That's what they care about. They don't care if AI was part of your production process. Why would they? It's the other creators. They're the ones that feel threatened. It's the industry professionals who see their moat disappearing around them. The trolls in your comments, they're not your customers. They're not your listeners. They're not your fans. They never were. They're doing free market research for you. Every angry comment means your message is reaching people who feel something. So the real question, it isn't, is AI music real music? The real question is, did a human being have something to say, and did they find a way to say it? If the answer is yes, the tool doesn't matter. A poem on a typewriter and a poem on a laptop, they're both poems. A song directed with AI and a song played on a guitar are both songs. The intent is what matters. We have a permission problem. Most creators I work with, they're not struggling with the technology as much as they're struggling with the permission. They're waiting for someone to tell them it's okay. It's okay to create with AI. You're not cheating. Aside from the videos you're going to hear from me, nobody's coming to give you that permission. You have to take it for yourself. The moment you stop apologizing for your process is the moment your music gets better. Embrace it. Embrace your process. Embrace AI as being part of that. Be proud of it. You are a creator in the new frontier of music. Congratulations. You crossed the chasm. They're going to hate what you're doing. Let them. Just let them. Your job is not to convince the skeptics. I hope soon I'll be on some debate panels where I can hopefully convince the skeptics or at least expose them. But your job is simply to make the work, to make the music, to make the sounds, to make the songs that move people, that move you. Do it with integrity, do it with intent, and let the music itself speak. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. One more thing before you go. Every Thursday morning, I send out a newsletter, 1 email a week. It's where I share what I'm working on in the studio, the research running the lab, and the methodology I'm refining in real time. New books, new blueprints, new findings from the Red Lab Protocol research. If that sounds useful, the sign up is right on the homepage at jgbeatslab.com. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next Friday.